Yeah, welcome to the show today, fellas. Before I begin, if you see any comments from that guy that was posting under Jenkins, he's now using the screen name the Mad Latin or something like that. And also he used another fake one, something Miss Italian, something another. He wanted to comment on that Donnelly guy, and he just made some bad comments. So he's been banned. If you see any of the comments from either of those characters, they've been banned. He's now pretending to be a Mexican, I believe, and he wanted to make some comments about the N word this, N word that, and stuff like that. Obviously, him being a Caucasian, he doesn't know the real history of Mexico. The Spaniards came in, they killed off the men, they killed the women and the little children of many different tribes unless they bowed down. They had to take Latin names. That's how the Mexicans got Spanish surnames. In order to own land, get any of their land back or any land like that, they had to take on the names, and they also had to learn the language. Spanish did not originate here in the Americas. It's a European language. So if you're a Mexican American speaking Spanish, that language was forced upon you. So that means your ancestors paid with a lot of pain and a lot of blood. Okay, they enslaved the natives down there. They made them work the fields and become what we call house niggers, and that's the truth. So it wasn't done on a friendly basis. Uh, Almost the same thing that happened to my race happened to the Mexican American race and other Latin South American races. The language was forced upon you. You were forced to become Catholics. That was forced upon you. And all the other stuff. Okay? There's a Mexican American that's going around talking about that. In fact, there's a couple of videos on YouTube. He's talking about, the language isn't really your language, and he's trying to get people back to the native tongues, but those have been lost a long time ago, unfortunately. Very few of any of the Mexicans can speak their original native tongues. I can't think of any myself, but I'm not really in that community. Maybe someone who's Mexican American can let me know if any of you guys speak your original languages before Spanish was forced upon you. All right, let's get to some real shit, and it's time for the dumb shit to end. You Caucasian guys, man, you guys got to do something about your boys. They're really crazy. Some of your boys are really crazy, man. They make up these fake names just to come and do some hateration. That's kind of dumb, really dumb. Pretend to be a race you're not. That's really dumb. All right. Reply to your comment talking with my son Trey about TFL. Haha. Hopefully he does. And y'all, nice cars do get the ladies. Yep. That's RS Juice. He made a comment about, I guess he's got 207 Q, whatever it is, that Tracy has, and he's got it all fixed up and stuff. And yeah, the nice cars do get the ladies. Ain't no doubt about that. Let's see. I have one on TFL. My goodness supreme, it seems we have set off a firestorm with that one video. A month has passed. I'm still receiving vulgar emails from that Bill guy, LOL. He is such an idiot that he thinks that by creating new channels such as Jovina L's Fat and Player Supreme L's Fat, that he is really fooling somebody. SMH. Only elementary students resort to calling each other fat when there's a disagreement. This guy is sick. I stopped responding after the third email, but he still sends them. Wow. No wonder he can't get laid. Not only is he an idiot, but he's emotionally immature. And I believe this isn't Bill doing this. I will at least give Bill that much credit. This is that idiot named Eddie. Okay, he's hung up on when I was overweight, which I'm not anymore. So I've got getting my waistline back, and he's hung up on when Jovina was fat. She and I both gained weight together, and then we both went on a diet. She lost hers, and then gained a little bit more. Now she's back on a diet again, like me. But yeah, he's hung up on that kind of shit, and it's really just Eddie, because I told him, you know, he had I got mean on the guy, and I told him he had I made some dick comments at him, small dick comments, and he hasn't been able to get over it, because obviously he must have a small dick, so that's why that's one of his issues in life. He's some kind of biracial down in Australia, half white. I think he's half Aborigine or African. I don't know, but he's half a shame. That's what I gotta call the guy. You know, a black fella attacking another black person like that. That's not a real brother. All right, qualifying. Hey, Supreme, whether it's online or in real life, how is qualifying the bitch usually done? What's a good example? Okay, let's see. I did mine by, first of all, I went for women that had money. I looked at their car, just like a woman would do. You know, they'll look at the way you're dressed. I did the same thing. You know, the way she's dressed, her purse, whether she had a high-end purse. I had to learn that kind of stuff. Jewelry, the way she's put together. You could tell a woman with money. Okay, she looks like money. She looks expensive. But other things you can do to qualify are, what I did was I set criteria. Like over coffee, I talk about, you know, what I expect out of a woman. And if they didn't like what they heard, it'll show up in their face. I don't recall any women not liking it, but I'm sure. Actually, there was one chick. She didn't like the fact that I used vanilla oil. And by qualifying, that put her in a different category for me. I didn't stay around her very long. Let's see, history. Have you ever heard of Malachi York? Yes, I've heard of Dr. York. And rules, I'm gonna send you that book. Question about the gym. Hey man, you are the reason Sodini did what he did. He took your dumb, okay, this is that guy again. Hit the gym literally, LOL, get it? Yo, man, I'm gonna hit the gym harder than Sodini, LOL. Sodini was a fucking hero, you dumb nigger bitch. I hope he lights up your fat ass wifey. See, this is that idiot. He thinks Jovina's my wife, while she is in an aerobics class. Black nigger cunt bitch. Let's see, Super Gym Time. And we go look at his channel, yep, August 8th. The guy created all these channels yesterday. And then he had nerve to put his country as Portugal. But he can't speak a word of Portuguese. All right, let's see. Okay, one more, and this one is a player in a wheelchair. Hey, player, I'm in a wheelchair and I find it hard to find women that want to spend time with me. I was born with muscular dystrophy, a muscle disease that weakens, I know it is, the muscles. I'm no longer able to walk, so I use a power wheelchair. My arms are weak, which makes it difficult to touch a woman. Just a simple touch on her arm is difficult. I'm also a little overweight, and it's also difficult to work out. I am cut down when I eat to lose some weight. What do you suggest me to do? Is being a player cut out for me? Thanks a lot, man. You have a lot of good advice. And his name is Be Cool. And I got to make sure he's legit. Okay, he's got an older channel. So, you're also an older male, it looks like. Well, you're only 31. Okay. Brian, you've got a hard job ahead of you, and it's not going to be easy. I suggest you get in where you can fit in. If you're in a wheelchair, then go for other women that are in wheelchairs. That's the easiest way to get in the game. Otherwise, you have to find a woman that is okay with you having muscle dystrophy. I can't even say the word. I had a relative that had that. I believe yeah. Anyway, it's going to be a hard road to walk. Okay, women are not going to jump at you. First of all, you're in a wheelchair, and remember, the women are programmed for that survival instinct, the protectors. So it's going to be really, really hard. So you got to get in where you can fit in. Find the women that are cool and down with that. There's a fella in San Francisco, and he was in India. He fell off a roof, and now he's a paraplegic. Okay, and for him, he's actually was going on dates, and I think he was doing internet dating. I think I'm not sure, but I saw it on a TV show, and his dates did not culminate in sex. He actually learned how to have sex through just touching. He was getting massages and stuff like that, and noticed that the feeling would come back to a point where he was having orgasms. Actually mental, by the way, fellas. So he's able to achieve an orgasm through, that kind of stuff. So he was going out with his masseuse, and his masseuse set him up on a date with someone else. That might be also another avenue, is having friends set you up on dates. Okay. But recognize that you do have a challenging road ahead of you. Okay, I do wish you luck on that path also. Okay, we've had some interesting times this weekend as I post more on African history. Jovina uses a fabric softener in my clothes, and if you're African American, you shouldn't actually use that stuff. I used to use a ton of it because I like to walk in with my clothes smell like Downy, and then I'd use the vanilla oil and stuff like that. So women love that clean, fresh smell, but it doesn't do our skin good if you're African descent. That's the chemicals and stuff. It's harsh on the skin, so it makes you feel like you're crawling, and you get little itchy patches and shit like that. So anyway, we've had an interesting weekend. We had one of the white racists come on the channel after I posted some history. What those guys love to do is they like to say, "Why are you trying to steal others' history? Why are you trying to steal others' history?" Well, they know good and well that we're just reclaiming our own history. The truth is there. If anybody wants to look for it, you'll find out the truth of real history. Okay? And as you learn the truth, and as their own scholars are exposing the truth, for example, there were black Celts. The original Black Knights were black people. That's why they got nicknamed the Black Knights. There were black people in England, mulattoes in England. I'm not going to go so far to say one of the queens was a mulatto. Her picture makes her look like one. But there are people in England that had curly hair, as far as I'm concerned. So I don't go that far. But there were black folks all through Ireland. Not people know that stuff. There were black people in, a long time ago, there were black people in Russia. They found the bones, okay? But also there were black people in current times, in the 1800s in Russia. I believe the one fellow's name was Pushkin or something like that. He was a mulatto that helped them actually develop their language. Not many people know that stuff. So I don't know if I have the name right. My memory gets fucked up. As you get older, your memory starts to fade. My dad also has dementia, so I think that's probably going to be my eventual fate. But anyway, so the history is there. The truth of history is there. Despite that desire to suppress the stuff, unfortunately, the cat's out of the bag. So these racist people, they just got to give it up. You're wasting your time. You're not going to shut it down. The truth is getting out there, and it's going around, and it's not going to stop. It's going to keep growing and growing. To eventually every black fellow in this country will know the real truth. So that's all I got to say on that subject. And let's get back to the game and getting you guys out there into your dating world. I can only do so much history at a time. Just bringing it every now and then. Peace, fellas.